And
Hello,
we
ladies.
are.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 6 of Tism Talks. Today, I will be your host, here with my co-host David, who,
Uh,
who is apparently. That was interesting. So, how are you?
I feel like I could use a few extra days of sleep.
That's valid.
I was up till almost 5 in the morning, and I was gonna wake up at 10, but then I physically couldn't get up, so I set an alarm for 12:30, and then I got up.
All right. I went to bed at like 2, a little after 2, I think. My friend made me watch the second Conjuring with her before bed, but then I woke up at 9. So, for this episode, I have kept the topic a secret. Do you have any guesses?
Um, I do not have any guesses.
Okay, so today's episode, we will be talking about Harry Houdini. This one was the one that I was really excited to do because I have like 3 books about him, and I read it about him online, watched a million documentaries. This is why it's called Tism Talks.
Breaking news!
Oh, I did not
Um,
see that before.
I have a whole bunch of them just set up. Like, here's the thing.
I have to get a free cookie. I have to get all
You
close because I can't see.
yeah, and then I have ones like this where they pop up like that.
I have never used this website before
You've got,
last week.
you've not used a lot of my recording things. You see, it
No.
was between this one and another one, but I didn't want to use the other one because that one takes a lot longer to try and download the file.
Mm. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's why I don't know about this stuff. Are like you are an actor for things like YouTube and stuff. I, on the
Yeah.
other hand, am a theater kid. I'm used to getting on a stage and doing stuff like this.
Stage doesn't allow mistakes. The camera
Huh?
does. I prefer a camera.
Yes, I know that it theater is sometimes more pressure, but it's also it's like okay, you gotta get it right, and that sometimes for people like me motivates them to actually get it right.
Yeah, but I feel like being on a stage makes there be this odd sense of pressure, especially when you're doing a play, because whilst I could say that acting and being on stage and doing a play, they both require you to like memorize your lines and whatnot, and there's still rehearsals and all that, but there's not really room for mistakes.
Yeah, either they're that is the rough part about doing theater, but like I said, for some people, the it motivates them more to not make mistakes because it's like, oh shit, you're on the stage. Also, the stage lighting is very warm. If you're if there's a lot of lights on you, it's very warm. I've only done a few little shows for the little homeschool group I was part of, but still, it's a lot. I don't like my theater teacher, so I'm not gonna be doing theater anymore with her.
You don't like how she was just. You don't like your roles that you played?
Because of my hair, I was given the character, no choice, I was given the character of Prissy Andrews in Anne of Green Gables. Character who has a thing with the teacher and is only passing because she has a thing with the teacher.
You know, I can see a few girls at my school doing that to a few teachers, to be completely honest with you.
Thank God I'm homeschooled.
No, you should come. It's great. The food might give you food poisoning. It's iffy on some days. Um,
I already forget to eat
the
enough. I'm not
principal
gonna.
has a stick shoved up his ass. It's a whole great day around.
I got preschool and kindergarten in a public school. I'm good. I have two friends. That's good enough.
But okay.
So should we get on topic?
If you want to get on topic.
Okay, 'cause very excited to do this one. So,
Alright, I know barely anything about Harry Houdini, so you're gonna educate me on a lot here.
all right, you've done that a few episodes in the past with me. I don't know much about Markiplier.
You don't know much about Marky Moo? There's things I didn't say, I think.
Okay,
Like, I didn't mention his film Iron Lung at all. I didn't
my
mention that.
the YouTubers I grew up with were like I grew up with Dan DDM and other things. I wasn't allowed to explore on the internet until I was 12, 13, 13.
Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier. You, you, today on Three Scary Games.
I didn't know much about him. I did watch a few of his FNAF videos when I was like 12 when I first got into it.
Now, what about Jackaboy?
I didn't watch much Jacksepticeye either. I did watch him a little bit more than I did Markiplier. And I've never seen a PewDiePie video.
We're gonna,
I've seen the bitch lasagna music video.
we're gonna have a very fun conversation when I get back.
Oh no. I'm sorry, when I got on the internet, I was at the perfect age where I got into the Dream SMP, why I have a Lemairenburg flag on my wall. I bought that before the Wilbur controversy came out. Don't come after me, please. Not
Or
after it,
do.
before.
Oh,
And I was into things like NPM and the Dream SMP, okay?
I've not eaten anything. Like, I kind of woke up and then got mentally prepared to be in front of a camera.
Okay, when we are done with this episode, you need to eat.
Mm, I can
Don't
eat dinner.
argue. You need to eat before dinner. Please don't argue with me. Only one of us can not eat much today.
How much do I weigh? This is an important question. I don't know how much I weigh. Oh, they have a
I
scale. I can
weighed just weighed myself this morning. I went down like half a pound, but I am 120 currently. Eat, eat.
s- eating food. That can wait till around like 6 or 7. I
You
got some
know, more.
giraffe work I got to do. I got some company things.
You should still make time to eat. My friend
What?
forced me to eat this morning.
Huh?
My friend forced me to eat this morning. I didn't want to eat, but I ate
Well, you
still, so
don't
you should
gotta
too.
force me to eat. Because if I say no, I'm not hungry, I'm not being force fed food.
Yeah. My friend just kind of held waffles or pancakes. She's like, waffles or pancakes? And I go, neither. And she's like, heck. So I picked pancakes and I had a pancake a few hours ago.
Well, in that scenario, that's where you pull out the bed gun and say neither, and then they understand neither, and then you're in the all clear of not having to eat.
I don't got one of those.
You
I
have
got something else though.
what about a bed knife?
I got this.
What's that? I'm blind. The screen on here is so unbelievably small. Oh, the very that's a blunt object at this point.
And
That's not sharp.
yeah, no, it's not. Got some sharp ones over there. And some throwing stars. And some throwing knives. And some more
I got an
knives.
HDMI cord. It's on the other side of the room.
You got a what?
An HDMI cord.
You could fuck someone up with that. I got a Baby Yoda
Yeah.
Pez dispenser.
Um. I got a Mr. I got a Darth Tater.
A what?
A Darth Tater.
That that'll work.
In
I
this
got a Star.
room is filled with a few random knickknacks.
Ray. Oh, I know what I can use to protect myself. Thing from the Adams Family. He's gonna join us for the episode now.
We're finding things to join us for the episode.
Thing is joining us
Um,
for the episode.
I have a book of me, like that. Want pictures of me when I was 10? This is the book.
Uh, uh,
What in the hell was I doing with that hair?
I got a
That
tiny
hair,
dinosaur.
that hair needs to be combed.
Got the tiny dinosaur from episode 1.
The tiny dinosaur. All of my memorabilia from episode 1 is at home in my office.
I have my crown on my mirror over there.
My crown is on top of an octopi. Oh, I can't wait to be back home. I have a live stream I gotta do when I get back. Literally, I think that's what my nighttime plan's gonna consist of.
That'll be fun.
I'm gonna see if
I
John
know.
wants to play mine. Oh, yeah, I'll
Just
see if he
remember,
wants to play after 3 in the morning.
if your dad gives permission, I am kidnapping you this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Maybe. I think I'm going to a cat cafe in a couple days.
You're going to a cat cafe?
My best friend has to go back home next week. On Monday, we're taking her home. So, as one last big whoop-de-doo.
You're going to a cat cafe?
Okay, so I have a lot to talk about this topic, so should we probably get on topic?
You never like the small talk. Fine.
No, I like the small talk, but it's also at the same time. I have
No, no, no.
a
I
lot
get it.
written
You
down.
hate talking about ourselves. Fine.
What? No, I don't. I
You
like the
hate
small
the
talk. I
veteran
do.
banter.
I like the small talk, but also I don't want the viewers to be annoyed once it's like 30 minutes of just us talking and 10 minutes about the actual topic.
Have you ever listened to an actual podcast? That's what the McFuck happens.
The
They
podcast
sit
that I
there,
listen to,
they talk
they talk
about a
only about
bunch
the
of random
topic.
things.
I Anytime my parents and I would listen to a podcast, they would skip all the small talk and go straight to the topic. My parents,
Why would
not
they
the
do that? You can't build a connection with viewers that way. You're supposed to build a connection with the viewers, and then you're, oh, hello there, how are you? Oh, okay. What time are you going to be back? All right, see you tonight. That was my hooker. What? No, I didn't say anything. That was my cousin.
okay.
That
Anyways,
might
not
make that joke a lot worse.
it's my my parents. Whenever we'd listen to a podcast, my parents would skip the small talk, go straight to the actual topic.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's one of the best parts.
I don't know. We would just listen to like educational podcasts about like the dark side of Hollywood.
Okay, well, now that's where you went wrong. And also, that's why you never let someone. You always have to listen to the small talk. That's how you build a connection with the people that are doing the podcast, and
Well,
then
wait.
it makes the viewer feel like they're like a part of it all.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just that's how I listen to podcasts. I don't listen to much podcasts. I'm more of a music person.
Music is great. Podcasts are pretty nice.
I listen to music, or like I'll just put on an episode of Good Mythical Morning to sleep to, which they have a podcast, so I should start listening to that to sleep.
I
I
finished a podcast and I will never be able to finish Distractable.
My friend is obsessed with things like the Mangus Archives. I think that's what it's called. What it's called
The what archive?
the Mangus. I forgot what it was called, but it's like just a story podcast. And she always recommends it to me. I always forget to listen to it, but I will have to listen to it at some point because I've heard it's really good.
There was a podcast that they made stories about SCPs, and then at the end they like gave a description of SCP, and it was really cool because it all had an intertwining story, and it was great.
Huh?
And then that podcast they ran out of SCPs.
Oh,
Really
that's sad.
sad. It was a really good podcast. I enjoyed it. I cleaned to it a lot. Is it weird I miss doing the dishes? Because here they have a dishwasher. I don't have to do dishes, but for some odd reason I miss doing them.
That that's valid. My friend won't let me wash dishes because I don't use the water boiling hot.
That's not how you're supposed to use. I mean, I do that mainly because I turn it on then off, and but if you're having a constant flow, you want it to be warm, so you aren't burning your hands.
Yeah, apparently that's not how you do it though, according to her.
She's horribly wrong.
I've been kicked out of the kitchen a lot. How tired was I? I spelled so many things wrong.
Are you looking at autocorrect for having a heart attack?
Yeah.
How many red
Why is
lines you
that?
gonna run here?
I was tired, and then my friend wouldn't let me go to sleep because she wanted to watch the second Conjuring, which I was gonna do this episode about Ed and Lorraine, but I realized I wanted to finish the Conjuring series before I did an episode about that. So, Air Houdini.
Well, you don't have to watch all the movies to do the research about the people.
Don't blame just me. That was half and half me and her deciding that.
Okay, so I'll blame the both of you when I come back.
We're gonna get blamed for a lot. I still already owe $5.50 in the sorry jar, I think.
You owe a lot more than that. You're in the $6 by now. Have you not been counting all the ones you've said to me?
I haven't been counting that. I thought,
Oh no, I've
I,
been counting all those.
oh no. So, have we explained it on the episode yet what the unnecessary sorry jar is?
I don't think so, but I feel like it's the name alone should be very self-explanatory.
Yeah, I have to put a quarter in any time I say an unnecessary sorry. Apparently now I'm into $6
Yeah,
within like a month. I was telling my dad about it, and I go, I think I have a problem. He goes, I don't believe that. I go, you don't? He goes, nope, you have problems. So just walk away. He's not
okay.
wrong. Not wrong.
So yesterday, me and my cousin went in. My grandparents have a paddle boat, so we went on the paddle boat, and we're going along, and we were just chit chatting, enjoying the water. We were looking for fish because we're going to go fishing, I believe, and we were just looking for any good spots. Um, well, so then after we're that way down the canal, and we're going through a tunnel that leads to a lake. Correction, it goes to another canal that leads into the lake. Um, and we're in there, and we see a pretty big bass. So then, after trying to hand catch it for like 20 minutes, we're going around, we're pulling out invasive maneuvers with this block of a paddle boat. And then we decide, okay, this isn't working. Let's go get a fishing rod. So we go get a fishing rod. Um, and we also have an oar now. We we rowed and paddled our way back.
Alright. That sounds
Um,
fun.
yeah, we didn't catch this bass, but let me tell you, we saw a lot of them, decently sized, looking like they'd be some good catches. We just didn't have the tackle box because he left it at his mom's house.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
I've been fishing like 3 times in my life.
next summer when I have a summer job, I'm going to a part of besides all of the renovations I'm doing, a fishing rod and good fishing gear is a part of all of that.
My dad really wants to get some fishing stuff and maybe eventually a boat since we live right on a lake. But
A
and my
bowl
best friend really
would
likes
be
fishing,
amazing.
so probably be doing that a lot next summer.
We'll be doing a lot of working.
I honestly don't know what I'm gonna be doing next summer. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the summer. I have a month left, barely. I
So
don't go back to
enjoy it.
school. What?
Enjoy it.
That's what I'm trying to do, but my best friend has to go back downstate next week. I don't start school until September.
Yeah, you lucky. I start school. I I don't know.
And
I
just so you know, this fall I'm gonna kidnap you a lot after school. How did I spell that wrong?
oh no, my earbuds fell. Okay, I can hear again.
I spelled so many things wrong.
How many things did you spell wrong?
So far, I think I'm at like 7.
Oh dear God. Were you researching or were you texting?
I was researching.
You sure? Because I think your computer says texting. Were you trying to text someone on the laptop while you were researching? And then you
No,
misspelled a few things.
now here, I I was trying to get it done quickly. 'Cause my friend wanted to watch The Conjuring, and she told me that if I wasn't at least halfway through it, if I hadn't even started yet, she was gonna show it to me anyways and force me to not work. She wouldn't have actually forced me to not work if I asked her to have allowed me, but I don't want to keep her waiting, so I got it done quickly.
I would say just use the saying work before play, but then I realized, you don't probably don't like working as much as I do. I'm more of like doing all the work and not having to go and do something fun. And then when all the work's done, then I can worry about doing something fun.
I kind of just have the mindset like, okay, work now, get it done and over with, do whatever you want until you have to work again.
I like trying to do work all the time.
I don't like that. I like, yeah, I want to get, I want my future career to be something that I actually enjoy doing.
And I look for what pays more.
I'll figure that out. We have 28 minutes of just us talking about random shit.
Don't look at the time, just it's the one thing I miss about okay, there's pros and cons of doing it right next to each other versus like this. One of the
Mhm.
things is I don't have to see how long it is.
Yeah,
And I enjoy not saying how long it is so I could be surprised of how long we spent dilly-dallying. A pro of this is it looks a lot better, a lot more professional, and it makes a lot more sense.
yeah. I don't know. I just like I have to go like this to see you because I'm blind.
Oh, well, you're only mildly blind.
Yes, I'm only mildly blind.
Yeah, no, it's quite hard to see.
I need new glasses. I will be getting them next month. I'll be getting new glasses. I
I'm
keep forgetting it's
probably
August.
supposed to have glasses.
Huh?
I'm probably supposed to have glasses.
Yeah, then you should probably get them eventually.
You know how expensive those things are? I'm not paying for glasses.
Save up for them.
Huh?
Save up for them, and then so you can
No, I
see.
don't care about them that much.
Okay.
I can still read, write, and see, so I think I don't need them until everything becomes a blur and I need them to see 20 feet in front of me. I think I'm good.
Okay, I can read, write, and see like this far in front of me, but about back here is when it all starts to become a blur.
I can see everything. Nothing becomes a blur.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's not
why I
really too
say,
much of a blur. I just can't read from this far. Like, yeah, no,
okay, now there's shit I can't read. Like all the tiny text. That's blurry. I can't. There's a picture above, and there's some tiny text below I can't read.
yeah. Before I got my glasses, I couldn't look at the stars without them all being a complete blur.
Oh no, I can still see the stars. They're nice and pretty.
Yes, they are. Now that I can actually see them, they are pretty nice. Same with fireworks. Before it was all just blur blobs.
You're really making me feel blind now because I keep on trying to read the text that I've read hundreds of times, but I
Stop trying to
can't.
read it.
I am trying to read it because now I'm like, wait a minute, damn minute. I can't see that. I wear glasses for style. Uh,
If you need them, I will find a way to get you glasses.
no,
Yes.
I will curb them out of existence. That's a little extreme, but
Fine then. If you don't want to see, then don't see.
you want to know the funny thing? I can actually, I feel like I can see a little bit better with these, probably because everything is blue.
Ah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Well,
So should
I
we
don't
get on
have
topic
anything
now?
to talk about.
All right, let's get on topic now. So Harry Houdini, he was born as Eric Wise, spelled
Corners, what?
Eric is spelled Erik, and Wise is spelled Weisz.
And how was Eric spelled? Erik?
Yep.
Polish?
No.
Damn it.
He was born in Budapest. He's Jewish.
He was born in Budapest? Goddamn Romania. God.
He was born in Budapest, Kingdom of Hungary, to a Jewish family on 1874, March 24th.
1874.
His parents were Rabbi Meir Samuel Wise and Cecilia Steiner. He was the fourth of seven children, and he came to America in 1878 at 4 years old with his mother and four brothers.
Oh, okay.
He,
It's a good
he,
thing they get out of Europe.
he lived in Wisconsin for most of his childhood, and the funny thing is, there's a castle in Wisconsin where there's a good chunk about Harry Houdini, and for a while, my family and I planned on going on vacation to Wisconsin. We never ended up doing it. But one of the ways my dad's gonna talk me into it is he said, and I quote, "Doesn't she want to go to that Evil Knievel museum?" I explained to him, no, it's not Evil Knievel, Harry Houdini. There's quite a difference, father.
Yeah.
I will never let him live that down. But anyways, I do really still want to go to that castle eventually. Okay. When he was a child, Eric joined a circus and did a trapeze act for money. They call him Eric of the Air because what tricks he could
Eric
do.
of the Air.
Someone's blowing on my phone. Okay.
You don't put your phone on Do Not Disturb before you record.
My mom does, ever since I've missed a few calls, she doesn't want me to put my phone on silent because she knows I'm going to forget to turn it back on.
So, mistakes are fun to make.
Sometimes.
Miss a call or two. It's only a death sentence.
Okay. So, later on in Eric's life, before the magic and after the circus, he, I think I'm correct. Yeah, for a job, he worked as like, don't know what the word is, but he would unlock chests for people. He's locksmith.
That took you a hot sec. I got it as soon as you said he'd unlock chests for people.
Yeah, I'm a little slow today. Uh,
It's very
anyway,
clear that you need more sleep.
I'll be fine.
Maybe
I
you
don't
need
need
to
more
sleep
sleep.
noon instead of me.
No, I'll be fine. You should probably get to sleep if you want to bed at 5.
No, I should have woken up at 9 like my plan was.
You said 10.
10. No, that was when. That's what I set my alarms to, but before that, I was clicking all of my alarms for 9:05. I was gonna wake up around 9 to 9:30.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, that's only 4 hours of sleep.
I can survive off that. I do pretty often.
I can, but I think people want me to not want to rip off their heads.
Yeah, that would be nice. When I get little sleep, I mainly just have like slight headache throughout the day, but then I'm fine.
Oh, I'm agitated and I threaten to murder people. I'm not
Okay.
a lack of sleep person. I have a small tendency to threaten people a lot when I don't get sleep and they annoy me and they won't leave me alone. My brother!
When I don't get any sleep, I tend to just stay like silent and to myself for the whole day. If anyone annoys me, I just do that. Still, like, leave me alone, please. Or I will just suck it up and deal with it for the day. Um,
You could look at them and say, fuck off.
and
Well,
I
if
don't.
you want to do it kinder, you could look at them and do, in the most polite way that my body can physically say this, fuck off. You're being polite about it.
Kind of, but I don't think I want to say that to the specific people that would annoy me.
You also just not be around people. Just, just disappear.
Can't do that either, because people will think something's
Cool.
wrong.
Well, there is something wrong. You have a lack of sleep.
Yeah, but if I do that, people are gonna pester me more.
And then you threaten them with a spoon.
But the people that do that cannot threaten them. I have threatened Olivia with a fork, though, as a joke.
People have to question if I'm joking for a lot of things. I am ever so glad that I have a very serious face when I say things.
Yeah, I just kind of, it's fine about a lot of things.
We diverged off the topic again.
We did. I'm trying to find my place. Okay. Back to Harry Houdini. He, as you know, his name wasn't Harry or Houdini. Because
Yeah.
Eric lied. But when he first started to do magic, which all of those jobs he had in the past, all mixed together made him want to do magic. As a child, he would always mess around with like coins and cards that he would just find around their house, and just kind of fuck with them. But he changed his name to Harry Houdini after his inspiration to become a magician, Robert Houdin.
Robert Houdin?
Hmm.
Who is Robert Houdin?
A magician that inspired Harry Houdini to become Harry Houdini.
I'm gonna do a research about this guy now after this. After we're done recording, I'm gonna sit down and be like, who is this?
I mean, I do need to do. You could do that because without him, we wouldn't have Harry Houdini. Without Harry Houdini, we wouldn't have a million other things.
Abra, abracadabra. I'm gonna reach out and grab you.
Anyways, so Harry Houdini, when he first decided to do magic, he went on the road with his brother Theodore, which he changed his name to Dash, just like a stage name. And they would perform at like schools and small pavilions and like just little things just to entertain people, get a little bit of cash. But at one school, I think Houdini at this point was like older teen, like a little bit older than us. During one trick, I think it was the disappearing ink trick, he accidentally spilled the ink on chick in the audience. So he went to her house after the show to apologize and see if he could pay for the dress. That woman was Bess Rayner. They later got married, and she became his co-star, replacing Theodore.
Oh no, poor Theodore.
I know, it's sad. But like they would do specific tricks where they would like lock her in the chest, walk by with a curtain, and she would just appear, and Houdini would be in the chest. That magic trick always intrigued me, which I know the general vicinity of how they did it, because like there was like they put them in a bag, they put the bag in a box, which also Houdini and Bess were both handcuffed in the bag, which I know exactly how they did all of this. Like there's, would you like to know how they did it?
I would like to know how they did it.
Okay, so Bess would be handcuffed, put in a bag, and put in the box. And okay, in the back of the box and in the bottom of the bag, there was a hole. And also Harry taught Bess how to like pick locks. So she would take off the handcuffs, fall out of the bag of the box. Houdini would get in the bag, put the handcuffs on, and get in the box. And then Bess would lower the curtain, and there he was.
Huh.
Anyways, for like the beginning of the magic tricks and stuff, he would mainly focus on things like cards and coins. But then later he got into doing things like escape escaping things, which it all first started for a show before the box thing, when he had to escape a pair of police handcuffs in, I
Well,
think,
Mr.
Moscow.
Arrested soon.
Hmm. Yeah, that became his especially. His specialty. Sorry, I read two words at the same time.
Just
Yeah,
not words not wording very well.
no. Escapologist, that's the word I was thinking of. Became escapologist. Which later he did tricks where he was like tied up with chains and ropes and escaped. One of his most known ones, it's one of the ones that's the most interesting to me. He was in a straitjacket, hung upside down off of the top of a skyscraper in, I think, the middle of New York. He was hung upside down with the straitjacket on above thousands of people, hundreds of feet above thousands of people, and escaped the straitjacket in 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
That's pretty impressive timing.
Yeah, I think a different magician I watched a documentary about actually beat his time and did it higher up above a lake. Forgot what the magician's name was though. And there are various other escaping tricks that he did, like where he was chained up, put upside down in a glass box filled with water. I think escaped in like 10 minutes. Um, there's also one where he had to escape a giant milk can filled with water. And did that in like 2 minutes. And then after years of doing stuff like that, he went on the road trying to. Okay, when his mother died, he wanted to see if seances and like mediums were real, and he could talk to her. He never could. He never believed it. So we went on a tour, debunking a bunch of mediums and proving that their seances were fake. Which, funny thing is, after he died, right before he died, he told Bess that to hold a seance for him every year on the day that he died, so he could try to come back and talk to her, even though he had no belief of that.
Huh.
She tried for 10 years after his death to talk to him, but then she eventually gave up and I think died 3 years after that. But people still hold the seances. You can attend them.
But no, Mr. Houdini.
Not yet.
Oh, so he really just disappeared.
I mean, that was his specialty, so.
Disappearo.
Now here's the thing that interests me, his death. So, when Houdini was again on like another tour for his magic tricks, he was backstage, getting ready, kind of taking a sit down rest to get ready to go on stage. Two college kids came backstage, and here's some context for one of his tricks. He would have like one of the strong men come up and punch him in the gut as hard as he could, and he would just be fine. He trained himself to be able to do that. But two college kids came backstage and were like, "Hey, is it true that you can withstand a hit to the gut?" But also, that comes later. He was like, "Yes, I can." And before anyone could say or do anything, the kids started beating him in the gut.
I'm assuming a lot more than just one punch.
Yeah, and also, mind you, he was like kind of sitting like this, kind of, so he didn't have any time to get himself ready.
Yeah, he had no time to tense, so it was just getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, people say there are rumors that one of the mediums, like the first medium that I ever debunked, actually sent them to it because after this he went on with the show, ended up collapsing halfway through it. Um, said he was fine, went through a few more shows, then finally went to the doctor, and his appendix had burst on stage the first show, uh, during the first show after he got punched. And since he didn't do anything about it, it killed him. 10 days later, on Halloween, in 1926, he was 52.
Well, that's quite young for dying.
Yeah, but
Alright,
also
so. Well,
I have two little fun facts before we stop this recording about him. Um, he created the disappearing elephant trick that you always see people doing. He was the first one to ever do it. And
huh.
also, one of his biggest like inspirations and like motivators was his mom. And when he was on the road, he would always write letters to his mom until she died. And when he died, they took all of the letters from his mom and used it as his pillow in his coffin.
Huh. That's actually really unique. I've not heard of someone doing something like that.
Yeah, I found it pretty interesting. Um, can't tell I know about Houdini.
Well, so the lesson to learn here is don't have people punch you in the gut unless you're standing up and ready.
Yeah, you could it could make your appendix burst and you could die.
It can make a lot of things burst and you could die.
Specifically for Houdini, it was his appendix. Right? I think that's all I got about him.
That's all you got? Or you want me to end the episode?
Sure. Thank you everybody for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoy listening to us
Talk
rant
for
over the
40
game
minutes.
and yeah, talk for minutes and then me rant about Houdini.
We
But
will see
thank
you all in the next one.
have a good week and bye bye.
Bye bye!